it is time to start connecting to our data. So if you're just getting started with this kind of way of getting data, just follow me step by step. So all you have to do, is just to click on the top ribbon. My Excel is always set at default for myself. I just set it at default on auto ribbon. So you might have yours like this, no issues. Or if you want to have the kind of look I have, you can just use this particular auto hide ribbon right here. So before you can be able to access the ribbons, so you have to click at the top here, and that actually bring this down for you. So now you have it. So what you need to do is just to go to where you have data right in. So when you click on data, you can see where it says get and transform and get data, get external data. External data means you're getting data from SQL, from analysis service, all the sources that has to do with online platforms whatsoever. And here where it says get and transformed, meaning the data you're going to get from this particular part here will be living in your system or in the worksheet itself. So if you have your data living in this particular workbook or worksheet rather, so you can actually click on this particular from table. It's going to pick it up for you. But right now we don't have our data existing that we can see. So what we need to do is to click on this part here. Then when you click on this part here, you have other part of it. So now on from file will give you different file types you can connect to, like your workbook, CSV, XML, text file, and even folder. And when you go to database, you see SQL, Microsoft Access database and all of that. And you can see this one right here from other sources. That is when you want to connect to the web. So you can pull with data from the web. You can create blank query, which we're going to create as well. Stay tuned to see how we use this particular feature of it. And you can see this part right here where it says merge and append and all of that. So we're going to use merge, append, but not from this side. That is when we get to Power Query. You just stay tuned and see how everything actually played out. So what we are interested in right now is we come in here and try to get our data. So if I click on this particular from workbook right now, if I don't have data in this particular kind of format I've selected, I wouldn't see anything. So let me just click this right now and show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at it, I couldn't find anything here. All I can see is just this particular one I saved, which is first class, this very workbook we have opened. So if you want to actually get all the files that are here, so all you can do is just to click on Excel files and you go to here, you see this particular all, and now this is what you see. What if you want to be very specific to know to get the files you want? So all you have to do is to make sure you know what extension is this. So here is a CSV file. So let us go back and reconnect again. I'm going to click on cancel. So we go all the way back right here. So we make sure we are actually on this particular get and transform. Click here and go to file. And now I'm going to go for CSV here. So now you can see we have all the CSV that are existing right here. What we'll not see now is our first class, because our first class is actually Excel extension, so we can't find it here. For you to see that, you must have to click here, all files that actually include your first class for you. So we're not going to actually get to connect this again. So let us first of all bring in our first table, which is going to be our customer lookup. Now with that, we just want to click on import and give it some time. Let's see what we're going to have. So it's actually running the connection right now. It's helping you to pull the data into Power Query. And first of all, this is what you're going to have. So now you have this, you have it on comma delimiter, because it actually sends that this is CSV. It is always going to be on comma delimiter. And if you have like millions of rows, it's going to always show you the first 200 rows and bury the remaining one beneath it. That doesn't mean you don't have your data, you have it, but this is just what it can display for you. So now don't touch anything here, just let it be. So coming to this part right now, you have options. You have option to actually load this to Excel worksheet, or you have to get this one into your Power Pivot. So we don't want to do either of these right now because we are not really sure if this data is even clean, and if there is any column we have to take off it. So we cannot really just take this data into either worksheet or workbook right now. What we're going to do is to make sure we use the transform data right here, where we can actually push the data into Power Query, transform it, clean it, remove any unwanted column, and that is all we have to do. Let's get on it. So I'm going to tell you firsthand that you're welcome to Power Query if this is your first time. So we're going to do some amazing work right here, and I'm going to show you how this works and what you can do to actually use this to your best advantage. All right, now we have the data we want to use to analyze our data. Here is a lookup table or dimensional table, if you want to call it that. Don't worry, we're going to get to that particular part where we explain dimensional table and lookup table. But right now, just know that the table you have right here is a lookup table. If you don't like the name we have here, you can always change it using this particular part. So you can decide to change it to anything you like. So I don't want to change this. I'm going to just give you an example. Let's say I'm going to say dim underscore customer. So if I hit my enter key, I'm going to say it appeared right here. That is all. So if you want to actually still change it again, you can come right here and just change it. And if you hit your enter key, you have it and it appeared right here as well.